Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on its shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Maryland. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient, find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit-stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Mustangs are on the move. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Maryland. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Running toward the tape. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Number 7 in the end zone.
The PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Fair catch called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Gonna run it, it's Parrish. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. SMU 7, Ole Miss 0.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. First down for this offense. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Mustangs. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Bryce crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Oregon. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell he drops it back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Wells. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. On second down, he'll let it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it,
fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to pass. It's Dart. Fires to the right. It's complete. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. And the Rebels in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And that one will give him the lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down.
Right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position. But you just get some few 1st downs, get that first down right now.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To the air, it's Jennings. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Catch in the middle. It's Maryland. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man down the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The short hands. It's Bailey.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The aerial assault continues. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Mustangs are threatening in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Jennings. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Touchdown, SMU! What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Motion from the offense. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Fires to the wideout. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Gonna run it. It's Parrish. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
Yeah, nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those first down markers and get that first down.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Caught on the outside, it's Cleescorn. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Fair catch, called for and made. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To throw, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. First down here for the offense. Takes a handoff. It's Parrish. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.